guys, today we're going to share a very exciting opportunity for the Damen SeaXplorer. Specifically today we're going to cover the 60 meter, but they do make this model in a 60 meter, a 77 meter, and 105 meter versions. So we're going to have 4 videos. This is going to be an intro and then specs on the 60 meter. We're going to do another video on the specific missions that you can use this boat for. And then we're going to talk about, in the third video, what the actual launches are and then some options for the interior design. And in a fourth video, we're going to talk about build specs and technical options. So let's go ahead and jump into the introduction. So some of you may know about the SeaXplorer range already, but this is a very interesting concept. A lot of people are cruising now and they're getting tired of just doing the Med or the Caribbean and kind of doing the circuit there. So they're looking for more adventure travel and really kind of getting out there on the edges. And a lot of vessels just are not capable of that. But with this boat, these are actually capable of going into Arctic ice, actually packed ice, and they are rated for that. And they're specifically designed to carry a lot of water toys to give you the ability to travel in luxury and then really have a very unique capability here. So what we love about Damen is Damen's a family business, and there's actually a really nice video by Rose Damen on the motivation for actually building this class of boats. So the Damen family, when they were younger, they traveled around a lot and really embraced, exploring and getting out into the Arctic and areas like that. And so that was part of the genesis of this. So Damen actually partnered up with a Arctic exploration outfit when they were going through and looking at this boat. So the current one that is in build right now is a 16 meter, and that's available for spring of 2024. Again, it is an ice class hull. And then some features that we really like about this is it's a very innovative hybrid boat. So that means it's a hybrid electric boat. And why they do that is for many different reasons, but this has a minimal impact on the environment. And then it also optimizes the performance of using the hybrid diesel setup with that. And then the other reason is that this actually has ASI pods. So when you're breaking through ice and need to navigate through, this has a lot of capability with that. But again, the one that we have available is for a spring of 2024 delivery. At 60 meters, that's about 197 feet. The beam of the boat is 11 meters, so that's right around 36 feet. And then it has a draft of 3.6 meters. The gross tonnage on this, and remember gross tonnage is the interior volume, is 1,160 gross tons. So very impressive there. It has a top speed around 14.5 knots, and at 11.5 knots it has a 5,000 nautical mile range. So this can be set up and configured however you like, but it is set up in its base to have 12 guests and then to have a crew of 16 plus the captain. So really interesting feature there. So we're going to look at some of the mission profiles for this, and really the boat is all about what your dream is, and they can configure it to go wherever you want and then configure it for whatever mission profiles you want. And what we like about the boat is it has a lot of really unique areas. Some of you may have seen my yacht support 53 video a while back. Very impressed with another product from Damen there. This actually takes the luxury to the next level. So this one's really intended to have the luxury accommodations, have all the toys, and have the adventure and helicopter facilities, everything that you would want there in it. And so it's really a crossover luxury vessel. And so some of the things that you'll notice is on its 4 primary decks there, you've got a huge amount of outside and inside space, and we'll run through some of the numbers. You actually have a crow's nest up all the way up on top of the mast for observation. And then on your upper deck, you're going to see you've got the large lounge area there outside, as well as really great observation from the bridge area. Behind that, you're going to have a certified helicopter deck. And again, a lot of boats in the luxury space, they'll have like touch and go helicopter pads, but they're not actually able to transit with the helicopter. This though is certified where it can actually travel with the helicopter. And then on the main deck, you're going to see where the helicopter pad is. You're going to have luxury accommodations there, and then one level down as well. And then the crew is going to be down in the lower deck. And then you'll see along the side of this, you have 5 different cranes that are used to launch whatever water toys that you would want for the boat. So very, very interesting. And a few really neat things about the boat is, again, it does bring that luxury that you would expect from the Damen Amels brand. So as some of you know, Damen owns Amels, and they've acquired it back in the 90s. So it's an integral part of the Damen family and really the heritage of this. So they're bringing all the luxury from the high-end Amel, and then all the functionality and industrialness of Damen to do an ice class Explorer. So really neat. And then again, these will all have very unique custom interior configurations and very versatile deck systems that really will give you the most value for the indoor-outdoor capabilities of the boat. We're going to take a look at a few specs. Again, we went through the external dimensions, but I do want to bring up a couple other things. So when this boat is traveling, it's intended to be on its mission for 30 to 40 days. So it really has an extended mission profile. And to achieve that, they do things like give you a huge fuel capacity. So you have 49,600 gallons of diesel fuel. And again, the diesel engines or generators are going to be powering a hybrid system. So the boat will actually recharge, and then it has electric motors to run those ASI pods. So very, very interesting setup with that, and really great capability. So it has a freshwater capacity of 9,500 gallons. It also has a water maker capable of doing 3,170 gallons per day. So you're going to always have enough fresh water. And then when the boat's traveling in the Arctic areas, it needs to be fully self-contained. So even gray water and black water can be stored on board. And so this has a capability of 14,800 gallons of onboard storage for the black and gray water. So very impressive there with that capability. Some other really unique features about the boat that we want to mention. Again, it has the hybrid propulsion, it has bow and stern thrusters, it has battery packs so it can run in a silent mode, it has twin stabilizers. So these are 0-speed quantum stabilizers. So it's really, when the boat's at rest, it still will be stabilizing itself. It has a shore power converter. Now, why the shore power converter is very important is you want a boat that can plug in anywhere and also be protected. So oftentimes, if you're in remote areas or even in the Caribbean, you may be plugged into shore power and the frequency could be all over the place, the voltage could be clipping really low. Shore power converter is going to balance that out for you and make sure that the boat has the power that it needs. So very, very nice there. It has a unique dumb waiter system, and the dumb waiter actually goes all the way from the lower decks all the way to the upper decks. So making the stop at the galley, you can disperse food up and down to any of the decks that you need. It does have some very nice passerelle systems. So the passerelle will be situated so you can board from the stern or from the port side or the starboard side. So all of that is included. A few other features, the anchor system on this has twin anchors that are actually 1,700 pounds. So very sturdy, very robust system. And then a few other things. We're going to talk about the volume that you get with this boat. So this is incredible. So this has 3,750 square feet of luxury interior. It's got 3,440 square feet of crew space. It's got 3,000 square feet of technical space. It's got 915 square feet of dry and cold storage, again for those extended mission profiles. And then it's got 3,800 square feet of exterior finished teak. So this is the area where you're going to be enjoying the boat while you're exploring outside. That doesn't include the 1,560 square feet on the helicopter landing pad, and that has synthetic teak on it. So this will kind of wrap up our introduction to the SeaXplorer. Definitely join us for the next videos where we're going to talk about the mission, the proven launches, and then the build specifications and actually some technical details on the boat and the process to go through actually getting one. For additional information, please feel free to email me at ts@flyachtpro.com. Also, please feel free to text me at 404-805-9819.